Hello everybody, and welcome to another chess video. Today, we'll not be going over an opening, but we're going to play a game, sort of take you through my thought process when I make moves, and what generally you should be doing as well. Now, yes, this rapid rating, I know, is low, but keep in mind, I do play for a school in live over-the-board games. So even though my rating on chess.com may be low, I play at a much stronger level. Okay, so we're going to go into a 15-10 second increment rapid, and we get the white pieces. So immediately we are going to play pawn to e4. He responds pawn to e5 immediately. Now I'm going to play knight to f3, hoping they play knight c6, and I would play c3, getting to a ponziani structure. See how they respond. And now this is 15-10 format, so I can take my time and explain to you my process for all the moves. Now they do play knight c6, so I will be able to play the ponziani. And they are thinking, they probably have never faced a ponziani before. Not a lot of people have, that's why I recommend playing it at intermediate to advanced levels. Now they play knight f3, which is not a bad move, but it is not the best move either. So immediately d4 sticks out, right? If takes, you push this pawn. If they play a move like here, you don't push this pawn immediately. There is a bishop b5 first, pinning the knight to the king, and then you proceed to push. So I think d4 immediately. Now let's see, will they take? Allow me to push. Will they play here? So he takes the knight. Knight takes on e4. Now obviously, right, part of the ponziani is that you're sort of gambiting this pawn, but in return you have a nice pawn chain and you sort of take the center. So now I have a few ideas. This is not a very good move. My best move is probably to push this pawn, attacking this knight. If the knight jumps to here, obviously this traps the knight. The knight does go to this square, takes, and if knight goes to this square and I play here, it does not have any moves. It cannot go back because this pawn will be pushed. It cannot go here because the bishop sees. It cannot go here because this pawn will take. And there's no other moves. All of those moves are covered. And so, I think we will play d5. Now we'll see what they play. They play here. And so if you watched my video on the ponziani, you'll know that this threat does not scare us. Our best move is to play pawn takes c6. Because yes, they will play here, but we simply walk our king forward. And if they play knight here, saying, you know, aha, I got your, I'm forking your queen and your rook. Even if they grab this rook, Stockfish does not think that this is a disadvantage because that knight is kind of trapped in this position. The knight will be trapped on the h1 square for the rest of the game. So our best move is to simply play D takes C6. We are taking our time, but that's okay because we will get time back and I can play proficient enough in a bullet format. So they take back. So that seems kind of obscure, taking back, sort of allowing me to stop the threats with a move like bishop e3, hitting the bishop and defending the square. That's the first move that jumps out to me. This is always free, but then again, now that I don't have tempo against this, there's no pawn there attacking a knight, I don't really feel like that is a good move, knight takes, because yes, it's a free pawn, but now I do have to sort of acknowledge this attack or this. I don't still think that's a very good move because the knight will be very passive on that square. So obviously I could develop another piece, but once again, that's not a very good move because they always have this check. So I think bishop e3 is what we're gonna play. And of course, if plays bishop takes, pawn takes, and I feel happy. I have the F file open, so I'll be able to, once I castle, you know, my rook will just see everything. Unfortunately, I do not have chess platinum or diamond. So once this match is over, I will not be able to see, but we will do a self-analysis, sort of take you through my moves to see what the best moves were in the position, what I played. So they play a move. I don't really. I mean, obviously it's defend the bishop. So if I takes, they still have this threat. And now they're threatening checkmate if I were to take. So I don't like that. They still can't take because after bishop takes e3, pawn takes e3, I still get what I want. And you know, this queen doesn't really. There's two pieces in the way. So I think what I want to do, I want king safety. I might play a move like bishop d3 and castle. That sticks out to me. There are other moves. I could play knight d2, sort of just developing once again and attacking this knight, trying to get rid of it. Obviously, right, because this is a big attack. I think, right, bishop f3. I think I'll play bishop f3 because I'm developing a piece, attacking that, and getting ready to castle. So let's play, sorry, f bishop to d3. So let's play there. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to start to go a little quick with my thought process because I am down 3.5 minutes on the clock. So let's see what my opponent plays. Obviously, if they don't move the knight, I'll probably take the knight. If they do move the knight, I might castle, or depending on where they move it, I will attack it again with tempo, then castle. But my main objective currently is just castle and be better. I already think this is a winning position for whites. First of all, because I have a knight for 2 pawns, which I'm gladly willing to have. and my opponent's position, right? Because obviously stacked pawns, an ugly bishop. So they play knight to f6, sort of undeveloping. So that is interesting. So now I don't have to worry about the threats of bishop here threatening mates, because now this knight is off that square. It's on this square now. So if I play bishop takes, queen takes, I don't have to worry about this. I can probably castle, right? If you want to play there, bishop will always take. Even if he plays a move there, I will have already castled. So I think bishop takes on c5 is probably a good move. So we're just going to go ahead and play that immediately. One thing that really helps you to play logically is when you're playing a game, do what I'm doing where you announce your moves out loud. You say like your thought process and why you want to play certain moves. Okay, so I think I will just castle here. I mean, I could develop another knight, but I feel like castling, just getting my king to safety, getting him out of the center. Maybe I'll play rook e1 in the future. So, and that was a mouse slip. Now, I'm probably losing. I did not mean to play king to f1. I meant to play king castles. I'm going to put that in the chat. Just let him know that was a mouse slip. That's unfortunate. Now I'm probably losing because he'll be able... I basically gave up a move, so he'll be able to sort of consolidate and get better. He plays here threatening mate. Obviously very aggressive. I don't like that move very much. I think I'm just going to play queen to e2, just defend the square, and then maybe in the future, if the queen is off, take that pawn. Of course, it's defended by the knight, but I think queen e2, obviously defending mate. I believe it's the only move that stops mate. Obviously queen e1, but I like queen e2 just because it sort of sees to the king, right? It sees this pawn. Now, if the queen ever moves, I'll play knight takes, and if knight takes, queen takes with check. Might castle now. I am drinking a lovely, tasteful protein shake. I have to get gains. Okay, so he castles. Let's just kick the knight out with h3. I don't really see a problem with that move. It's defended. There's nothing else. He has no piece developed except for this and this. So I'm just gonna play h3, kick the knight out. So far, this is all solid. I'm liking my position here, once again. Notice how much time I'm spending versus my opponent. Now it's starting to get even. We're spending about the same time on every move, but in the beginning, right, 41 seconds versus 8 seconds. A minute and 14 versus 18. And if you look at these positions, I think I'm just winning in all of these just because I'm spending more time and I'm thinking about the position more logically. And I think that's what a lot of players, why they can't play longer formats, is because they kind of just rush without thinking of the moves. And so I think that gives me an edge, because I'm down 3 minutes on the clock, but I think I have a winning position here. I still don't... It might be equal. I really don't like my rook on h1. I meant to castle. Okay, that's an odd move. He plays d6, obviously trying to defend, but that still gives up a knight, even if after bishop takes pinning, he just gave me up another knight to keep a pin active while opening my rook file up to this check. That's odd. I really like this sort of check. This check king only legal move, and then I could reroute here at checking the king and just pick up the bishop. So I think I will play that. That was a blunder by my opponent. Wow, I spent 1 minute and 21 seconds on that move. It's a logical move, right? Moving the pawn to defend the bishop. But I don't even know. So we'll play here. Bishop blocks, just rook takes. So I think now I'm actually kind of happy I messed up castling, because I wouldn't have had that discovered check, which I really like that. I think I'm just completely winning here. I'm up 7 points of material. If I were my opponent, I would resign in this position. This is just completely winning. I mean, I have queen e4, threatening mate in 1, obviously. I'll probably play that if they don't play a move like... Well, even if they play a move, that just hangs another pawn. Trying to defend. Okay. Plays g6, trying to stop this queen a4 idea. I feel... I don't know. I like... Wait, what did he put in the chat? Just emote. I feel like I could probably take this pawn, and after takes... but I don't know. I feel like that's unnecessary to sack the knights. I really would like to. It's always nice to win by sacking, but I feel like after knight takes pawn, I don't have anything. I could play knight here, just putting more pressure on this square and this square, right? Lining up, I might play a move like here, attacking, right? Knight g5, let's say h, and then I play there. If pawn takes, queen e4, and I feel like there's just nothing black can do. I'm starting to like that more. I might develop a knight, just get more pieces in the game, and also activate this rook. I think I like that. Just getting and trying to put this on this square, just getting more pieces active. I think so. I'll play that. opponent's thinking. I might make more of these videos, but maybe even faster time increments. I might play a 3-2 game. Maybe slower time increments. My opponent plays rook a to e8. That's interesting. So, sort of trying to defend this pawn. I like knight e4 even more now, just hitting the queen. That was my original plan. And then, obviously this check, so I think I'm going to play that. And then, obviously, they have to respond. They have to move their queen, which allows for this check, which wins the rook. As a chess YouTuber would say, the rook! So let's see what my opponent does. I think black should just resign in this position. I think after I think I've been in this position, I'm completely winning. After this position, I think it's equal. But then I slowly kind of just improve on the position, and of course, this being a blunder, allowing me to capitalize, winning 2 pieces. He's thinking, he plays here, targeting this, targeting that. I don't see any threats with that move, so we're just going to go ahead and play check, win the rook. I think there's even something... no. King only move here. Check, rook takes. Unfortunately, I have no here because after, if I were to play here, king would take the knight, and then I would not. But this is, I'm perfectly fine with a position like this. So let's see here. I'm looking for a mate. I really don't see any. I mean, I can put my queen on here and sort of just get it to this square. I don't see a downside to that. I'm queen e3, you know, just trying to finish the game. I could still play this move. You know, trying to get my... play here, get my rook in, but if the king runs back up, I don't really have anything. I think queen e3, just trying to finish the game. Also hitting that pawn. He's thinking. Okay, he gives a check. Queen b5 check. Can't block. I'm just thinking I just move the king over. He doesn't really have any other checks after that. Can't. I mean, this is free, but that allows there. I just feel like just leads to mates. So yeah, I think just king g1. The only move. I could walk my king out this way, but I don't know. I feel like this is just safer. He doesn't have... There's no smothered mates, because there's no knights. It's honestly kind of boring. I mean, I'm trying to be instructive here with this video, but all it's really showing is just me just being better than my opponent. I tried to be instructive in the opening, you know, but he just blundered and it made it, I feel, way too easy. If king runs, I think queen check protected by the knight. It's not mate because king can go back. Oh, I think queen check, king goes back, rook. King only has one move. Or, well, he has two moves, but if he plays there... Dang it. It's more annoying that I can't find mates. That's what I'm upset about. I think king has to run because the bishop covers and the queen will hit. And then rook check. And I have to give checks every time because the queen hits this rook. Oh wait. Oh my gosh. I miscalculated that. For some reason I thought, oh my god, that's... This does look scary, right? After queen hits. So I think I might just drop the queen back and try to get a queen trade. Can I sacrifice a rook? Rook check, king takes. Rook, king takes. Here. The king runs. I don't really have anything, so I think... Or I might just play a move like... This is stumping me. I'm trying to find mate. I don't see it. Those are a lot of pawns. I don't really want to trade queens yet. I think I might just play a move like rook here. King is completely safe. Rook here, so at least it stays in an open file. I don't want to repeat moves, just give another pointless check. I feel like I'm missing something. Right, because obviously king, if here, you cannot go because it's guarded by the rook. So I think just rook e1. Or I don't know, force a queen trade here, right? Because if he's going to gobble and he's going to try and march. So let me play here. Holding on to everything. I might play a little faster now that I am kind of low on time right now, so I'm probably going to go fast. Everything's defended. Let's see what my opponent plays. thinking, which is kind of annoying. I see rated. I see. Usually it pops up. Let me go into this. Just waiting on my opponents. Plays queen. Avoids the queen trade. Attacking this knight, attacking this pawn, but it's all defended. So I'm very confused. I might try and play here. I'm just gonna give another check. I'm gonna play fast here. Not really taking the time. When it's his turn, I'll explain my moves, but I'm low on time. He always has here. I think I might play. Oh, I might play there. This check. Because now I play here, get my knight in. I think I found the sequence. Yeah, I get my knight into the mix with a move like this. And if I play queen check, king runs, I'll even take the pawn. If king takes the knight, I feel like okay, so he's gonna play there. I think no knight checks. Well, I do have that. If knight takes... Okay, I think knight check if you take with the pawn. Then you go queen check, king here. Rook. I think that's mate. Let's give a check. Obviously if rook takes queen, king here. If rook takes, you just take with the bishop. And I feel like you're better. So let's go check. He can't move. He only can move here, which will just lead to checkmate. So if he takes with the pawn here, check. King. So he takes with the rook. I'll just take with the bishop. And after pawn takes, I'm just winning. It's an easy game to pick up. Unfortunately, I couldn't find mate like 10 moves ago, which made me very upset. I don't think there was anything. I'll check the analysis. But that kind of upsets me that I couldn't find mate. I felt like it was somewhere there. Check, king goes down. And it's mate on the next move, no matter where the king goes here. Because this square will always be covered, so the king has nowhere to go. And that is checkmate. Let's see if I have an analysis. That was a good instructive game for at least in the beginning. Let's check for the mistakes. 0 mistakes, 1 blunder. Definitely King F1 was my blunder, unfortunately. Let's see if it gives me an analysis. Yeah. Get unlimited game review, which I do not have, unfortunately. But I will go into an analysis of the game. I think I was winning the whole time. When I played King F1 blunder, I think the game was back to equal. But let's go into an analysis. So, on the engine, it's taking its time. Yeah, the Ponziani white wins 38% of the time, draws 33%, black only wins 28% of the time. After here, this, going forward, this is definitely where I messed up. -2, yeah, I kind of figured it was either equal or losing. What was the position before this move? +2. What would have happened if I were to castle? +1.2, not bad. I want to go here. This move. Yeah, okay. So not even Stockfish says there's mates, which is kind of annoying. I really tried to look, but I just couldn't find anything. Going back a few more moves. I don't think there was mate. Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, there's no mates. Honestly, even if I were to play black here, I bet you even if queen takes king here, I'd still be winning. Yeah, it's still +8 for white. Even if I were to sack a rook, I'd still be winning, which is, I think, is just crazy. That's why I played the Ponziani. I mean, he played principled for the opening, right? But he played the best moves for this position, but I think right here, this was his first big mistake. He should not have played there. Allowed me to sort of completely stop his attack to a halt. I think he should have played check and just walked the king. And this position is kind of equal. It's -1. He was winning here, and then after king here, now you take. No. White's winning. The best move for Stockfish is bishop to b6. Oh yes, of course. I covered this in my opening video. I completely forgot about it. Yeah, you sort of dropped this bishop back to, I guess, so now, I forget why, but that's in my video. It's covered. So, other than that, but yeah, I feel like this was a good game for me. My opponent made quite a few mistakes, but that's okay. Definitely playing an opening he had not played before. But I hope that's been a good instructive video on my logical thinking. And like I said at the beginning of the video, this rating is not accurate of me. I'd say I'm somewhere around 1500. Definitely. I play for my school all the time. I'm playing games with people around my skill level every day. And I do play online, but that's mostly against my friends in unrated. So my rating doesn't really grow. My puzzles rating is actually very high. I think 1936. I just had 21, as you could see, in the last 30 days. It grew a lot. I was at this, I think, last week, but a few misattempts dropped my rating. But yeah, I hope this was an instructive video. My next video will probably be another openings video. Most likely the Carl Khan tactics and variations for black. So, I'll see you then.